Hey guys, the Beast TV back. I know my hair is really messed up. I'm sorry. I have off day today and I really didn't think about combing it. I don't know why. I should have. But I'm sorry. Um so right now I'm going to do my standings, Western and Eastern, only the first through 8. I'm going to do 15 to 9 later. But I'll do 8 to 1 and that's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it from lowest to highest cuz you got to keep waiting for that highest seed. And some of you might know, some of you might guess. It might be a little easy. So let's start with the trickier one, the Western Conference. Because we all know the Eastern Conference comes down to only a few teams. And I think it's three instead of two. But that's whatever. So for my 8 seed, I have the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors, who moved to San Francisco, but that's also good. But and this is after the Steph Curry hand injury. If you guys didn't, I'm sorry, that's a spoiler. If you didn't see it, Steph Curry had a broken left hand, and I don't know what's happening. He's gonna be out for a few games, but might be for the season. Don't know. But I think with D'Angelo Russell, who was an All Star or borderline All Star, borderline, maybe not, but with him and Draymond Green, who was great without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, no, without Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant in the conference finals, and with a nice, they have other pieces, but they're pretty nice. So I think the Warriors get this 8th seed. Now, at my 7th seed, I have the Mavericks. They have Luka and Porzingis. They're going to be good. They're going to get to the 7th seed. I don't see them getting any higher than the 7th seed because the West is pretty stacked this year. Pretty stacked. At 6, I have the Trailblazers, the Portland Trailblazers with Dame and CJ. They were actually much higher before, but I brought them down because I I started thinking about all these great teams. So Warriors, Mavericks, or start like this: Warriors, Mavericks, Blazers. At fifth, I have the Houston Rockets. And fourth, I have the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, they got Popovich. They have DeRozan, who's actually pretty good this year. And Harden and Westbrook, easy, even though there's going to be like no defense. But and that's either fourth or fifth. Right now, I'll put the Rockets at 4, and the what's his name? The 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 I forgot the Rockets at 4 and the Spurs at 5. Third, I have the Utah Jazz. No, I'm just kidding. Third, I have the LA Lakers, and 2, I have the Utah Jazz. So you probably are guessing who number 1 is. But third, I have the Lakers because I don't think they'll have that good of a regular season record, but I think they'll do pretty well in the postseason. I don't know if they're going to win a championship or anything, but I think they'll do pretty well in the postseason. They just won't have that good of a regular season record. So that's pretty good. And I think LeBron might have to carry them in the playoffs, even though Anthony Davis should be the main guy on the Lakers roster. The Jazz, they are starting out really good this year. Really good this year. I mean, Mike Conley was struggling and everything, but They're pretty good this year, and I think that they're gonna have a really good regular season record, sort of like they're gonna be sort of like Milwaukee last year, where they have a really good regular season record, and they might not do that well in the postseason. I am not doing any playoff stuff. I do that later on this season. Now at number one, of course, I have the LA Clippers. They have Kawhi. They have Paul George. They have a team that already took the Warriors to 6 games with Kevin Durant healthy. Everybody was healthy. They took them to 6 games, and then you add Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. That's 65 wins. 65 wins. I know they lost to the Suns, but but 65 wins for the Clippers. So, long story short, Warriors, Mavericks, Trailblazers, Spurs, Rockets, Jazz, or Lakers, Jazz, Clippers. That's 8 through 1. Now, on to the Eastern Conference. You ready for this? At number 8, I have the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young was a beast. He got hurt, but he's coming back in about 2 weeks. Trae Young is a beast. I'm actually watching some Atlanta games because they're exciting. They're really exciting because Trae Young's dropping like 40 every game. Every game. Watch a game. Seriously. He was literally averaging 40. Even though it was only like 3 games. But 40 every game. 40 for 3 games straight. That's good. So 8, I have the Hawks. 7, you might not believe this, but I have the Cavaliers. Yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers are making the playoffs. The Cleveland Cavaliers, without LeBron, are making the playoffs. Yes, I honestly believe that because they have some good draft picks from the years they basically were trash. They've been trash for a year. They got a good draft pick. They got a good draft pick again. And they have all these people on the Cavs that have been to a champion before. They have a lot of experience. And I think they'll be a good team. Not that good though. Not LeBron James Cavs good. No. No. That's not what I'm saying. I would not mock the second greatest player of all time. No. For 6, I have the Toronto Raptors. Siakam is a beast. Van Vliet is a beast. They scored 30 each on opening, 34 each on opening night. Amazing. Just amazing. They were really like Van Vliet. I didn't even know Van Vliet was like that, honestly. Siakam, I sort of knew was like that, but he's going to be an all-star this year. Van Vliet might be an all-star this year. So that's going to be good. I think they'll still make the playoffs without Kawhi. Because Kawhi doesn't have that impact like LeBron, even though I have the Cavaliers making the playoffs. But that it already took them a year. They were the worst team in the league. At number 5, I have the Celtics. Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum. That sounds like a pretty good duo. They lost Al Horford. Yeah, you know who they lost Al Horford to? My team. My team. But yeah, they lost Al Horford. That's a big loss, but I think that they can, if they still had him, maybe they would be higher. But they don't. No, but 50 probably a good place for them. 5. Now we're getting into the top 4 for the Eastern Conference. Number 4, I have the Indiana Pacers. Yes, the Indiana Pacers. They have Oladipo. I think Oladipo's doing something. I think Oladipo's doing something because I was watching a show, and I think Oladipo was on that show, but never mind. But but Oladipo, Miles Turner, they have a lot of good. They have a lot of good players. They shoulda. They almost beat LeBron. Remember, like 2 years ago, when LeBron carried that team to the finals, where I said he was the GOAT, and then he got swept by the Warriors, and then he didn't make the playoffs last year, and then I said he wasn't the GOAT anymore. Yeah, the fun time. But Oladipo, I think, is gonna be not top five, but top 10 MVP voting this year. And this is the same team that took LeBron to 7 games. So I think they'll be pretty good. Now for three, I have Jimmy Buckets and the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero is a god, really. He's really good. He might win Rookie of the Year this year. Tyler Hero. And Jimmy Butler, when he gets back, I know um, he's having a child, but Jimmy Butler, when he gets back, well, I'm still mad at the Sixers for not keeping. Like, why'd you not could have kept him and then got Al Horford, and then we'd be good. But we got Richardson, so that's not bad. So Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero. If they still had Whiteside, that would be really good. If they still had Whiteside, I might put them number 2. But they don't. So they're going to stay at that number 3 spot. Now, it should come as no surprise. It should come as no surprise to anyone who the top 2 teams are. And if you do not think these are the top 2 teams, you know nothing about basketball. If it doesn't come true, that still means you knew nothing about basketball. Because that's what we're seeing. You get it? It's like it's like I know more of basketball because these 2 teams didn't finish 1 and 2 in the Eastern Conference standings. No, it's not like that. It's just like based on what people are seeing, you would know that these are the top 2 teams. At number 2, I like going with my brain. I'm gonna go with my brain. I'm gonna go with my brain. No, I'm gonna go with my heart and pick the Philadelphia 76ers for the first seed and the Milwaukee Bucks for the second seed. We will win more games than the Bucks. Giannis is a bitch. He got shut down by Kawhi, and I think he got basically shut down by Boston last night. Yeah. So, and we have the best defense in the league. We're going to be better than the Clippers at defense. I bet anybody that. We're going to have the best defense in the league. Yes. Better than the Clippers. So, that's my list. Comment below. Glad to be back on the channel. Haven't been in a video this long in a very long time. And haven't been in front of the camera in a very long time. Because most of my videos in the past few months have just been me taking photos of stuff. So it's really nice to do all this. So bye guys. And Just remember the Sixers number 1 seed, Clippers number 1 seed. Sixers Clippers, not the finals. I'm not saying that's the finals. I'm not saying that's the finals. I have to see. I do that at the end of the season, not the end, but like the All Star break. I do that at the All-Star break. But those are my number 1 seeds. Yee. Bye 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 bye. Yee.